Hello folks, shintigercurl here, that dude in straw hat, bringing you yet another wrestling video. Thursday night, you know what that means? Well, most of you will be watching Scandal or something right about now, but tonight means it's time for some SmackDown. I really don't do SmackDown because mostly it's just rehashes of Raw, but I'd say this one was pretty okay. The main presentation point of SmackDown has been as one of my posters put it, the hot potato with the Intercontinental title. Meaning, since Fastlane 2 weeks ago, the Intercontinental title has been passed around more times than a doobie at a Cheech and Chong concert. It's from Dean Ambrose to R-Truth, back to Dean Ambrose, back to R-Truth, to Luke Harper, back to Truth, back to Bad News Barrett, back to back to Dolph Ziggler. Now, by all rights and privileges, I should find this entire concept of them hopscotching around a title like this annoying, but yet I don't. I actually like it. It actually makes the title feel more important than it's felt in a long time. All these guys, who are all talented in the ring, by the way, are basically want the title. They're taking the Kevin Owens approach to getting belts. You simply beat up whoever has the belt and you take it. Now, this is very entertaining, and all the parties involved are doing what they do best. I mean, Barrett is upset because he never lost the title. He just lost the title. Ambrose is just wandering around doing what Ambrose does. R-Truth is actually reverting back to crazy R-Truth. Remember crazy R-Truth? Back when he was interesting? Crazy R-Truth was, well, amazing. Just look up R-Truth in a Confederate uniform. Good stuff. So they decided that the best way to settle this whole matter is for the IC title to be defended at WrestleMania in a multi-man ladder match. This is essentially the Money in the Bank match, except for the IC title. What makes this match so great are the people involved, which includes Daniel Bryan. I was scared about what they were going to have him do since he was no longer in the main event picture, but this is a very good substitute, and pretty much all of these guys involved in this entire situation are, well, for the most part, very talented in their own regards. You got Dolph Ziggler, who is talented but bumps like a fucking madman. You got Bad News Barrett, good but getting kind of buried. Dean Ambrose, enough said. You got Luke Harper, perhaps the best big man going today. And of course, Daniel Bryan, the GOAT, as it were. This guy, I mean, you're going to have a great match. I was thinking about skipping WrestleMania this year, but I watched it just for this match. The ladder match is shaping up to be interesting, and with all this much talent in the ring, you're going to have a good time. It's going to probably steal the show if they book it right. So there's that. What else happened tonight? The Bellas came out. Annoyed people as always. Look, I got nothing against women wrestlers. I just have got something against untalented women wrestling and being pushed in favor of the talented ones. The Bellas have gotten better in the ring. They are now passable in the ring. Problem is, their entire personality is that of catty bitches. Sorry if you don't like me using that term to describe them, but that's how they are. They do catty bitch shit. And when you compare them to the to the women of NXT, your Sasha Bankses, your Charlottes, your Blue Pants, your Becky Lynch's, your Baileys, your Emmas, you compare them to them. They don't do that much catty bitch shit down there in NXT. They wrestle or beat the shit out of each other. And when I say wrestle, I mean they really do wrestle. I mean, they're the main event for Wednesday's NXT show was Sasha Banks versus Charlotte, and that was a fucking great match. But the Bellas come off more like catty bitches who do petty bitch shit that you couldn't pull off on Sasha or Charlotte, because Sasha or Charlotte would just lay them out with a stiff punch to the face, because they don't play. The boss and the bitch don't play. So yeah, I think it was Nikki Bella, I can't remember which one, they both sucked to me, was against AJ. The match was okay. They tried to make the Bella, whichever one it was, look dominant, but unfortunately they couldn't do that because the Bellas don't intimidate people. They don't seem like a dominant pair of female athletes. So there's that. But nevertheless, AJ won. That's right. Mrs. Punk wins the match. So there's that. Of course, she had backup from her frenemy, Paige. Paige. Sorry, I get this sidetracked. Anyway, what else happened? They just replayed a bunch of stuff that happened on Raw, like the whole Jon Stewart Seth Rollins thing, the Bray Wyatt challenging The Undertaker, and of course they had a promo for Brock Lesnar. Oh shit! Sorry, I thought I heard Brock Lesnar around here. I'm not fucking with that guy. I don't want him coming in and beating my face in for just mentioning his name. Helicopter. Anyway, Roman Reigns decides to cut a promo, talking. He pretty much says the same thing as always. Like, I'm Roman Reigns. I won the Rumble. I'm gonna win the title. Superman punch. I don't know why I'm cocking my fist, but I'm going to do it. Now I'm going to use my spear. I'm going to cut him in half because I'm Roman Reigns. I'm supposed to look strong. Believe that. Now, as I've said before, I am not hating on Roman Reigns. It's this push that they're doing. This push that tries to make us believe that he is... Alright, I love Paul Heyman. He fucks my ears like nobody's business. The problem is when he cut that promo the other week about how Roman Reigns could beat guys like Andre the Giant, like Hulk Hogan, like the Ultimate Warrior, like Stone Cold Steve Austin. I just can't buy that. You got... Andre the Giant was not just one of the biggest wrestlers in the world, he was also one of the most consistent. He was spent decades. I mean, he spent years upon years just being undefeated, like no one could beat him. Vince said it himself, if Andre wasn't, he didn't have to lose if he didn't want to, because how are you going to beat a guy who's 7+ 500 pounds and whose hand eclipses your entire face? And you expect me to believe that a guy who can't even beat Kane, who can beat him only by count out, will go over on fucking Andre the Giant? Paul, you said some bullshit in the past, but this is the bullshittiest of the bullshitters. This push, they're just shoving Roman Reigns down our throats. And it's sad, too. He doesn't deserve it. He doesn't deserve the push. But he doesn't deserve this kind of push because it's killing him. Even if he wins, he will need a lot of work. He's still green in the ring. His mic work is at best average, at worst abysmal. And he has to be carried to a good match when up in the ring with guys like Seth Rollins and Daniel Bryan. He can work a good match. He has to be carried to one. So yeah, and he has to have other people, and he's not connecting with the fans. He's not connecting with the fans. Look at Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose is connecting with the fans by stealing a belt. That guy, that makes him more over than his friend who is getting a push ahead of him. Hell, Seth Rollins is more over than when I'm talking about over, I'm not meaning the fans like him to cheer him. When I say over, I mean having a connection with the fans. You have to be, when you're over, you have to connect with the fans that fits your gimmick. If you're a face, they need to cheer you. If you're a heel, they need to cheer. They need to boo the fuck out of you. When Seth Rollins is on the mic or doing anything, the fans hate the shit out of him. He was gonna cripple fucking Edge to get the authority back. That cemented him as one of the top heels in the company. Probably the top heel who's not wearing a belt. Dean Ambrose has able to connect with the fans on a level that I didn't think he was able to. He is like this generation's Mick Foley. He just does random shit. When he gets on the mic, he could either be extremely threatening or exceptionally funny. That's what connecting with the fans is. Unfortunately, Roman Reigns has not been able to do that because they are pushing him far too soon before he can establish his own identity with a gimmick. And that's sad. The main event for this SmackDown was Dolph Ziggler and Dean Ambrose versus Luke Harper and Wade Barrett. It was a pretty good match. Of course, considering who was in the ring, it was a pretty good match with Ziggler and Ambrose winning the match. Then, of course, we had some more hopscotch shenanigans as Crazy Truth tries to get out of Dodge with the IC belt. But, yeah, I like Crazy Truth. So, yeah. This was a pretty okay SmackDown. This was more to show the importance of the tag team, not the tag team titles, more to show off the importance of the Intercontinental title scramble as it was, more so than building up the main events to WrestleMania or Sting versus Triple H at WrestleMania. This show was specifically for the Intercontinental title and everyone involved in that whole situation, which I like. So when it comes to that, it did its job. It was a passable show, but if taking on the merits of pushing the IC title match, it more than did the job. So there's still one more person left for the IC title belt scramble or ladder match. Oh, and there was some drama with Ryback and Kane and Big Show, but don't really care. Overall, I might give it a watch if you want. So that's my video. If you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe below. Got any questions or comments? Leave them below. I'll answer them as best I can. So, until next time, it's shintigercurl, that dude in the straw hat, saying good night, and where can I get that belt?